Thank you, Dr. Sidling Swami, for inviting me for this research methodology course and also introducing me to the participants of this course. Good afternoon to all the peer students and teacher friends. Hope that you won't fall asleep after lunch. That is the normal pattern. Generally, when it is sultry and having good food, it is natural that we go for asleep. But it is a natural tendency, but let us see as much as possible we make it a lively session. Okay? So the topic that I am going to discuss with you is on action research. Its meaning, the issues under action research, and a field experience. The action research conducted by us in ISEC, long back, of course. How we did that action research. On the one side, we will have theory, what is action research, how one should proceed with that. That is theoretical and what is there in writings. But the practice. So I am going to explain at the end or show you the procedures we follow under action research and its results. And the second part will be on current researchable issues. After this, I am going to, if time permits, I will switch on to discuss some aspects which are relevant now for taking of research or research projects, research studies or PhD studies. So let me start with, have you heard of action research or not? The word action research. Have you heard it or not? How many of you have heard it? Okay. So others not heard of it, the word action research. Okay, before discussing on action research, let me go back to some fundamentals, basic aspects of research itself. Though it appears to be known thing to you, you are all PG students, did PhD, doing PhD and going to do PhD or research studies. If I say something again on research, it may appears to be a repetitive kind for you. Nevertheless, I take this opportunity to spend with you briefly, very briefly, or maybe 5-10 minutes, I'll spend on this, discussing on various basic aspects of research. Its meaning, what all there in the research, how to proceed with the research, these things. I think if you understood these basic aspects well and good, or those who are not yet familiar or having control, authoritative knowledge on this, I think it will benefit you. Okay? Or even if you have completed PhD or going to complete the PhD, you are going to do, you may undertake research projects in future. since you are all academicians, teaching as well as in research, you have to do research projects, research studies, you have to undertake throughout your life. Unless if you go to a different job in government or other different jobs, other than teaching and academic work, you have to do research work, research projects, research studies. Not only that, you have to publish. You have to publish the books, you have to write the books, you have to write the articles and you have to publish, you have to write the papers and you have to present in the seminars. That also requires research, information, knowledge and research. For all these three. One is writing books, writing articles, taking up research studies and preparing papers for seminars. It applies for all about the research. So I call this as foundation. Like foundation for the building. Is it not important? If foundation is strong, building will be strong. If foundation is weak, it will fall. It will be weak. So like that, you should thorough with the knowledge of basics of research. So let me put a question to you. What is research?
Find out the answer to the research question.
What is research question?
Systematic inquiry into the particular topic.
Systematic inquiry of a problem. Particular problem, specific problem. Okay, then?
Searching the truth.
Huh?
Searching the truth.
Searching the truth. Okay.
To find out something new. To find out something new.
Something new. Okay.
So to investigate something in particular or in general, or to re-investigate or investigate or explore the new dimensions to the existing body of knowledge in a very particular, in a very scientific manner.
Okay. Then, anything else?
So journey from known to unknown.
Very good. Finding out unknown things from the known things. Okay. Okay. The word research, it is an English word, is it not? Research is an English word or not? So it is an English word. It is not a original word from English. There was no word in English like research. Okay? That means the word is borrowed from some other language. Which language? Latin. Greek word. Are you sure? The word is derived from French word. Namely, researcher. In French they called researcher, French word. Okay? It has two words, re and chercher. Okay? Re means what? Search. Okay? Search or find new things over and again. So this is the meaning, re. Search means examine closely, carefully, systematically and try to probe. Okay? That is search. So both the words together called research in English. Okay? So two words together, it describes careful and systematic study in some field of knowledge undertaken to establish facts or principles. Principles nothing but theory. Okay? Facts, truth. So research is an organized and systematic way of finding answers to questions, research questions. These are what you said, systematic study, known to unknown, like that, okay? Solutions to problem, discovering new facts, verification of old ones, from known to unknown, she told. Verification of old ones. Why we should verify the old ones?
To know about the gap what we have. And
Okay, I will come to that later. So this is therefore research is a process of systematic and in-depth study or search of any particular topic, subject or area of investigation backed by collection, computation, presentation, interpretation of relevant data. The entire research process it shows, it reveals. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷು? ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? So this is, we can sum up like this in simple words. What is research? Research is a systematic search for an answer to a question or a solution to a problem. I will skip these definitions of research. It will be there in every book. So follow this, remember this, it will be useful for you. Scientific method of research consisting of 4 major parts in a research. Okay? One is, first part will be identification of the problem. Okay? I observed in the morning session when Professor Shivan asked statement of the problem. I think you have not provided correct answer for that. You are grumbling or hesitate to tell with boldness. So identification of the problem, statement of the problem. So that is very crucial for you. Then formulation of hypothesis, that is after objectives and literature review, formulation of hypothesis, systematically collecting, classifying, analyzing data, either acceptance or rejection of the hypothesis. So, features of good research study. Attributes, good attributes of research, good research study. What are those attributes, characters or features? Should be systematic, not writing something and presenting, submitting. No. It should be systematic. Logical, it should be logical. The way you present the facts and what you write in the thesis or in the research study, it should be logical. There should be logic in every statement you write. Okay? A good research should be empirical. The entire morning session was revolved around empirical. So it should be empirical, based on facts, verifiable observation, experience. He gave examples, many examples, both qualitative, quantitative, participatory observance, like that. Experience, it should be there. A good research should be replicable, able to be copied or repeated or recreated again. Remember these things, it will help you. The researcher who undertakes research needs clarity on various aspects. Clarity is important. There should not be ambiguities. It should not lead to doubts. Okay? So, clarity is important. Who takes this study, research study? Individuals, students, or organizations, that is institutions. There should be clarity on what research is. So the problem, the issue, and topic. Okay, that there should be clarity on that. There should not be ambiguity, like titles you wrote in the morning. Some ambiguities are there. Clarity is missing. Okay, so that is important. Where, location, and places. That is methodology. Whether a particular state or all states or entire country or within a state, villages, towns, what is that? Location and places. There should be clarity on that. There should be justification for that. Justification is important. Why you have selected only few villages? Why you only selected one state? Proper justification is important there. It should be convincible to the academicians. Okay, that is important. When, time and season, when do you undertake study? Okay, that is also important. Particularly, suppose in rainy season, you cannot undertake field work or study in coastal areas. Okay, you cannot undertake study during summer in Kalyana Karnataka districts, Gulbarga, Raichur, like that. Very difficult. Temperature reaching 42 to 45, 47. You cannot visit, you cannot walk in the villages. So that is also important. When do you undertake this study? That means you should keep in mind all those issues. And why? Why have you taken up that study? There should be reason. There should be factors for that. Why I have taken a study? Its utility, its usefulness. That is important. Whatever study that we do, it should be useful for the individual who did the study. Not only for the individual who did the study, but also it should be useful for the society. It should be useful for others also. That we should keep in mind. Whether your study, whether PhD thesis or other study, you have to put a question, will it be useful for others also or not? Will it provide new findings? Will it provide new truth from your study? That also you have to keep in mind. Not writing something. Okay? Again, this is what I last thing I was told. Example, quality. There are good quality, high quality research works, low quality or bad quality research works will be there. But we should try to be what type of research study? Our researcher should be high quality, good quality. Okay? We should aim for that, the researcher. For example, research led to formulation of law of gravity, high quality research. Who founded that law? Law of gravity? Louder please. Einstein. Newton. Okay. Newton founded the law of gravity. As he stated that there is a law of gravity after seeing the apple falling from the tree? No doubt he was sitting under the tree, he saw apple falling from tree on the earth. Has he formulated that, has he come to the conclusion that law of gravity? How? Then how come? He worked on that, he did research to find the truth. What is truth behind that? Why it did not go up? Okay? So he did in-depth research on that. He experimented through other things also. He thrown stones also upwards. They also fallen down, not gone up. So he did experiment with mathematics also, using mathematics. Came to that law. Again, second study on that same, second person, second individual, he also did the study and he found that oranges also follow law of gravity. What do you say, good quality or low quality? Low quality. So like that, please keep in mind, your research should be, which one? Yeah, should be high quality. Try to be high quality, produce high quality. Yeah. There is some fundamental differences between social sciences and pure sciences. Okay? In social sciences, two important aspects are, one is change, the other one is interconnected. Okay? What is change?
In science, things are constant on which they want to study. But in social science, the things or the variables are varying from one time to another.
Why it varies? It changes?
Behavior.
Whose behavior? Human behaviors, social behaviors change from time to time, from place to place. So this is the character, one attribute of social sciences. Okay, like sociology, economics, etc. The other important characteristic feature of social science is interconnected. What is that interconnected?
Connection between one thing and another.
Huh?
Dependency of one thing on another.
One leads to another.
You are living in a society, everyone influences everyone. That is connected, you are connected.
So subject is connected to another subject.
Politics is connected
Very
with
good.
economics, economy is connected with business, and business is connected with the end result of.
Okay, this is good. Okay. Here interconnected means social sciences, each one is not absolute by itself, not separate by itself. Okay. There is some relationship between different subjects, social science subjects. Close relationship will be there. Okay. So in research, particularly in social sciences, since a problem will have to be studied or probed from different subjects' angles. Okay? Economics and sociology, economics and political science, economics, sociology, management, all this comes together. Each will have its own part in a problem, particular problem. A problem will be a result of sociological factors, economic factors, political factors, management factors, education factors. So interconnected, subject-wise interconnected. In other words, the word that we use here is interdisciplinary. in nature. Multidisciplinary in nature. Okay? That is the important character you should keep in mind, particularly your topic, whether interconnected with other subjects. Then you have to take something from those subjects, factors from those subjects you have to add. And remember these two words, because we are going to give some examples later on. Okay? Yeah, I will skip this also, different types of research. This thing. So those are all some basic aspects of research. If you remember all those things, I think you will have some clarity on your research work. Okay? Then we will come to the main topic, that is action research. So the term action research was first coined by Kurt Lewin. Kurt Lewin used first time the word action research in the year 1944. He was professor of child psychology. He was doing some research on children's psychology. He took a project to study psychology of the students. Then he coined the word action research. What is action research? The meaning of action research. Before meaning, why it got so important? Action research. It got importance. Why?
So here we study the change in its ongoing process. To study the change along with its implications, whether positive or negative, in its ongoing process. So we can correct it at the point, at the time of experiment itself. We can get the immediate effects or immediate measures on it. That's why it becomes so important in social sciences, especially in the field of psychology.
Okay, it got belief, it got importance, action research, because in many countries, including India, the governments, particularly democratic countries, the welfare-oriented countries, they launched many development programs benefiting people, benefiting the society. Okay? Like in India, we have many development programs like in India, land reforms program in the 1960s, 70s. Okay, agriculture extension programs launched in India during Green Revolution period. Human resource development programs, capacity building programs, rural development programs like IRDP I mentioned, JRY in those days, 70s, 80s, quality of life. So many programs were launched by governments, particularly central governments in India and in other countries. So that requirement, need for the government led to this kind of action research. Implementing a program or scheme is an action. Okay? Launching a program, implementing a program is an action. But one should know the impact or the outcome of that action. of that program. So these two together called action research. There is action, and on that action there will be research to find its utility, usefulness, benefits. Got the point? So this is the factors led to the action research or root cause. These programs are the root cause for undertaking action research. Then definitions, a few definitions or meaning. If anybody asks you what is action research, you should be in a position to tell at least one or two, or in an exam or in somewhere or in your thesis you have to write. You have to define what is action research. Okay? So this is the process. Even in your PhD thesis, every chapter should begin with quoting literature, existing literature. Not straight away interpreting the data, preparing tables, interpret it. No, that is not the way. Every chapter there should be introduction. In the introduction, 1 or 2 pages introduction. In the introduction, what you are going to explain in the chapter, you have to state. On that particular objective or topic of the chapter, you have to quote already existing, what their findings. You got my point? Every chapter should have some background information, 1 or 2 pages, or at least 1 page background information. Then you proceed with your data interpretation, analysis, etc., etc. Relating to that, some definitions, the meaning of the concepts that you use. You are going to use some words, concepts in that chapter. For that you have to provide the meaning of those concepts or words or definitions. Take from other literature, you quote that. Why I am telling this? Yeah. So action research, when you do an action research, then you have to provide the meaning for definition for action research. So it is a disciplined process of inquiry conducted by and for those taking the action. The primary reason for engaging in action research is to assist the actor in improving and or refining his or her actions. Conducted by and for those taking action. Here action, in simple words, action means launching a program, a scheme, implementing a program or scheme. That is action. Almost all government programs, even NGOs programs, individuals programs, they do something for the people, they do something for the individuals. That is action. Whether in education field, sociological, psychological, management, whatever it may be. That is action. So, research will be conducted on that action. That is action research. Why we do research on that action, on that program? That is to assist the actor. Actor means what? Who? Program executor. Okay. The individual who launches the program, who implements the program, that person is called actor here in this definition. actor, so that research would assist the actor in improving or refining his or her actions. To help the actor, to help the implementer for course correction. If something going wrong while implementing the program, through research, the finding shows some problems in the implementation, then the actor can modify, can change. So it helps the actor, implementer, executor. So that is one definition. Kurt Lewin, who coined the word action research, according to him, action research is a comparative research on the conditions and effects of various forms of action research, social action, and research leading to social action. Social action. Social census meant for individuals, research on individuals and society. Group of individuals, society. So that is social action for the people. Social action and research leading to social action. In other words, action research will be undertaken to know about that social action, how it is working, what problems it is facing, what should be the course corrections. So like that, action research, social action, and research leading to social action. It is a kind of circle. Action, research, leading to course correction in the action. Circle. Starting point will be action, then there will be research, research finding leading to changes in the action. So it is a full circle. So that involves, that is the definition, this involves various steps of planning, action, fact finding about the result of the action. In another sense, action research challenges traditional social sciences reflective knowledge. How? Knowledge is always gained through action. Knowledge is gained through action. Can we undertake a study without any program, scheme or action? In social sciences, you mentioned different these things, topics, titles. They're all based on action. Suppose you mentioned new economic policy, its impact on foreign trade. New economic policy is, what is that? Action. Government brought some changes, okay, during 90s. That is action. She is doing, what is its impact? Research on that change, on that action. Am I correct?
Yes.
Government wanted to know. So many studies are there. Impact on different issues, impact of new economic policy, Government of India. Government wanted to know its impact. Its impact on government finances, its impact on industrial sector, service sector, agriculture sector, foreign sector. Government wanted to know. Its implications on the welfare, whether new economic policies affected the people, poor people particularly, or benefited the entrepreneurial class, rich class in the society. So that is research. Action is new economic policies of the government. The research conducted on that impact is action research. Traditional social reflective knowledge. Knowledge is always gained through action and for action. If something went wrong in the new economic policies in some sector or some particular sections of the people, then naturally the government will, through research findings, it will going to correct it. Course correction. It is called course correction. Is it not? You got my point? For example, morning I gave an example, our study, IRDP study. Those who took loan, they misused it. They misused it. They utilized that, whatever they got money, they utilized it for different purposes. For marriage purpose of the daughters or house repairs, they used it. And some used it for alcohol, consumption of alcohol also. They used it. So, because of research findings, IRDP was discontinued and in its place different programs emerged because of research findings. Misuse was more in this IRDP schemes, in other words individual schemes, individual benefits. So then came what is called group activity. Group activity. Group of individuals together doing some work, getting some employment and income. So that group activity, the name given was self-help groups. Okay. Now we have NRLM, National Rural Livelihood Mission. Here, the monetary benefit, whatever it is not given individual wise. It is given to the group. So the misuse here is very less. If individual misuse will take place. But in a group, one individual cannot misuse it. Entire group will be responsible. So the chances of misuse will be less. So how this evolved, this group concept, how it evolved, how it came? Through research findings. You got the example, my point. So action, research leading to action, changes in the action, changes in the program itself, or modification of the program, or entire change of the program. So remember two words here in all these definitions: action, research, action. So it is an empirical process. Throughout morning, the discussion revolved on empirical. Largely social sciences, particularly even in India, research in social sciences belongs to which category? We do research for two purposes. Huh?
Applied. Not pure fundamental theoretical.
Very good. Very good. We do research for two purposes. One is to bring out theories. Okay? We do research and we formulate the theory, including social sciences. Theories are there. The other category of research is advocacy, or in other words, applied, or in general the word that we use is empirical research. So theoretical research one side, the other side is empirical research. So largely we do, 98% we do empirical research, not theoretical research. Maybe in advanced countries, USA, UK, European, Western countries, they do theoretical research. All social science theories came from where? Very less from India. Or, this is an example, all developing countries, they do more empirical research than theoretical research. Of course, in Delhi University, there is one school separate. Within the Delhi University, there is what is called Delhi School of Economics is there. They do purely theoretical research there. They have economics, they have sociology, they have different subjects there. They undertake theoretical research. Founded by Dr. V.K.R. Rao, the founder of our institute in Bangalore, ISEC. IEG they do, Institute of Economic Growth, they do applied research. In other words, action research. So please remember, there will be pure theoretical research, the other one is empirical research. So action research belongs to which category? Empirical research. Empirical means going to the field, talking to the people, talking to the organizations, collecting information and analyzing the information. That is empirical with data. So those who do empirical research, whether in your PhD you do that, or if you are doing research projects, research studies, you should have a portion in that. What is that? What should have? What it should have? What it should have? The study will be empirical. Within that, what you should have? Huh? Huh? ಏನಿರಬೇಕು?
Hypothesis testing.
That will be there. Hypothesis, objectives, methodology, you will be there. Huh? Action. Empirical itself action. You are doing, study on action.
Testing of some.
Huh? Very good. It should have, whether PhD thesis, it must have theories. Theory or theories. Otherwise, it won't be a good research. Please remember, for every problem, every issue in all the subjects, there will be a theory or theories or theoretical approaches. If not a pure complete theory, there will be approaches. Please remember this. Theory, there may be only one theory applying to that particular problem, particular issue, or 3 or 4 theories may apply for a particular problem, particular issue. So you should be thorough with it before undertaking, while writing the proposal, and also writing the thesis chapters. You should have a detailed analysis of theories. Otherwise, it will not be a good thesis. We won't accept. Theories will be there. So read different theories, choose which are applicable to your topic. Review thoroughly. You bring out what the theory says, what that theory tells. You explain that. It is available in the literature, books everywhere. It is available. You have to write in your own words. Okay?
If you choose the topic on sewage waste management, is that we need a theoretical diagram?
Yeah. For every issue, there will be theories. Theories, you read theories relating to health, human development, and Swachh Bharat, what is that? Sanitation, human development theories. You read theories relating to environment. Not one theory applies here, different theories. From health point, from education theories, awareness important, education theories, health theories, environmental theories, sociological theories, that is cultural. Cultural is also important. Why people are not using toilets, though constructed but not using? Cultural. In most of the cases it is cultural. They doesn't want a toilet within the building, inside the building. They think that it will become impure. Purity theory. Purity theories are there. Pure, impure theories are there in sociology. You have to read the theories. You have to apply that. Similarly, from health point, there are theories. Health is important. Human development is important.
Sir, is there any source for to know a particular theory,
For what?
to apply theory,
For which topic?
or research, particularly any research topic?
What is your
Ideological contradictions in Indian politics.
then political theories? I don't know. You have to ask Professor Shivana. I don't know much about that. Why it is general. Every thesis, every research study should have a section on theoretical background theories which suits your problem. Okay?
So,
And while at the end, you bring out the conclusion and findings, etc., etc. Then see whether your findings goes with the theory or not. Simply not writing one section in the beginning on theories. You have to see whether those theories are real, whether in reality those theories applies or not, applicable or not. At the end, in conclusion chapters, you have to write those theories or this theory not applicable as per these findings of this study. This theory, a part of this theoretical underpinnings will apply as per the findings of this study. Like that, you have to state at the end. Suppose those theories are not found in your theoretical underpinnings, not found in your study findings, thesis findings, you have to give the reasons, factors for that. Not simply said not applicable, those theories. If you say that, you have to give factors. If they are applicable in some part, then you have to give justification or factors. Maybe various factors will be there. Maybe those theories may not suit a country like India. Those theories may not suit the society that we have. Or the reasons may be our knowledge level of the people may be less, so not applicable. Okay? Like that. You will come to know the reasons why not applicable. So the conditions vary. We are not backward countries, developing countries. Their conditions, social systems, awareness, education, health, etc., are different from advanced countries. Okay? So that factors you have to relate theory and findings. You have to relate it. You have to see. That is good research. Okay. According to Cover, Prospero or Cover, he categorizes action research into 5 types. According to him, there are 5 types of action research. Somebody asking something now? Yeah.
So can you please suggest some theories with respect to fiscal consolidations?
There are many theories, not one theory.
We have
Fiscal-
separate for expenditure, revenue, and how can we relate with this fiscal consolidation?
Again, you have to read many theories. It is there in federal finance, public finance. Okay? Basic theories are there. You read Buchanan, J.M. Buchanan, A.D. Scott, Anthony D. Scott, Indian authors like Amresh Bakshi, Richard M. Byrd from England. They are all pure theorists. Richard M. Byrd. You read, you will come to know, you will pick some theories there. Why fiscal consolidation should be there. Okay? Okay. But here, no proper plans prepared at the panchayat level, no expertise, no knowledge on how to prepare a good plan by the officials of the panchayats and elected members of the panchayats. Again, various reasons are there. No knowledge, ignorance on planning, not attending the training programs, etc. Many problems will be there. That is another constraint. So based on this, what we felt, it was felt that for a better functioning of panchayats, there was a need for training the panchayat functionaries in the art of governance and planning. How to remove the constraints, how to remove the problems at the panchayat level. One basic need is to build knowledge, to build the skills among the officials and non-official members of the panchayats. In other words, train them, give training on various aspects of the governance and planning of the functionaries of the panchayats, and mobilizing the tax revenues on that, importance of that, and distributing the or spending money equitably, expenditure part. Expenditure, there should be both. Theory says in expenditure, public expenditure, there should be both efficiency and equity. Theory says. Again, Buchanan, J.M. Buchanan. J.M. Buchanan argues for equity in public expenditure. A.D. Scott, he argues for efficiency in public expenditure. There is a debate. Okay, that is different. Here also, the expenditure made by, the spending made by panchayat should benefit all sections of the people, particularly the poor people, the marginalized people. So that is the motivation for us, and the hypothesis is that for our study, this action research study, the proposed intervention would increase people's participation in planning process, ensure transparency, improve administrative accountability, and stimulate initiatives for mobilization of financial and human resources. This is our hypothesis. After action, implementing the program, we expect this. One is training, giving training, build the knowledge of the panchayat functionaries, both elected and officials, build the knowledge, capacities. Second, implement one action program. Implement one action program and see whether this hypothesis will be right or wrong. We have to test this. In your thesis also, studies also, like that. There should be motivation, there should be hypothesis to test. Yeah.
Sir, here the two variables you might have been taken is one is the proposed invention and other is the people's conservation. So is it the right combo of the variable? So the variable you have taken is the proposed intervention, or and the next variable is proposed people's participation to test.
That will be there.
Is it?
It will be there in our study, in our action. Would increase people's participation in planning process. Before we saw that no involvement of people in planning process. That is one constraint. But because of our action, training and action, people's participation will be high, will be more, will increase. That we expect. That is hypothesis. We expect. Okay? It will result. Our action project will result in more people's participation. Hypothesis. We will see whether people's participation will be more or less at the end. But this is hypothesis. And improve administrative accountability, and there will be more initiative to mobilize more revenue from their taxes. This will also happen. This is also hypothesis. Whether increase the revenue or not, we will come to know later on. We will test this.
Sir, in this study, you are only the evaluator or you are also part of training the PRIs?
All components will be there. Different organizations had different roles in this. Okay? We did benchmark survey. I think it is there. Oh, these are the objectives, like your PhD thesis, research study. Statement of the problem, hypothesis, objectives, like this. Methodology followed. Selected 8 gram panchayats. Studied before and after situation. That we did, ISEC. ISEC we did benchmark survey, that is first study, and impact study. We did that. And even concurrent study, middle course study also we did that, ISEC. Qualitative and quantitative methods. Okay?
It is not a part of the training.
No, training will be SIRD Mysore. They conducted training programs for 8 gram panchayat members and officials. Ford Foundation provided grant. And NIRD Hyderabad overall management, overall monitoring of the project, this study, project and study. Yeah, here it is there. role of different institutions. Benchmark survey, ISEC, capacity building, SIRD, block grant by Ford Foundation. That means 8 gram panchayat we selected. For each gram panchayat, Ford Foundation gave 7.5 lakhs freely, free grant. Free grant, they can spend.
So benchmark study is it mandatory for every action research?
Yeah.
Is it?
In the beginning we saw no, there should be benchmark survey. In other words, a study before situation. There should be 2 components, before and after situation. We want to know the change before the conditions before, conditions after the action. So there should be 2 studies or 3 studies, middle course study, concurrent, I told you.
So benchmark study is the before experiment, before action. So I thought benchmark study is something which is conducted for the ground conditions who are more developed or more participative in it. So I got confused.
No, benchmark is, we want to know, the constraints we saw, no, people's not participated.
Yes.
How can we say people not participated?
So in
That is based on literature, review and our own experiences, okay? We brought out those constraints. Again, how to tell there is a change? After 6 months, 1 year, due to action project, there is a change. How can we say? Unless we compare something. Unless we compare, since she is after reforms you are doing, you should know something before reforms, is it not? Otherwise, how can you bring out the change? Whether positive changes, negative changes, how can you say? Unless at least through secondary data, what was the position before 90? So we have to compare.
So this benchmark survey actually gives some targets like this is the target and how much they have achieved before situation and after situation how much they will achieve. Is that so?
Same variables, what we use or what we study in the benchmark study, same indicators or objectives we keep and we study there, and it is easy to compare the change.
Some targets like some for any given variable. You say that this is the highest maximum this thing they should be reached.
yes, sir, that forgot that I got confused.
Now, for example, in the benchmark survey, we studied the level of people's participation in panchayat governance or planning. How many people participated in the Gram Sabhas? How many people who participated in the Gram Sabha, how many people spoke in the Gram Sabhas, raised their problems, raised their demands? Similarly, panchayat members, how many of them have knowledge on the planning? Officials, what extent do they have knowledge on plan preparation, the method of plan preparation, monitoring of the plans, implementation of the programs? So we have studied that, those aspects are included. So based on various aspects brought out in the benchmark survey, even the distribution of benefits among different villages, different people also, it is there in our benchmark. Okay? Whether there are partiality in spending by the panchayat across different villages or across different people.
So is there any difference in benchmark study and comparative study?
Final study, that we will come to know.
Sir,
We have to compare benchmark study versus final impact study.
sir, why were you selected only 8 gram panchayat? Which basis are you selected?
It is based on methodology. In different divisions of the Karnataka, there is a justification for that.
Okay, only 8 gram panchayat.
Yeah, 8 divisions, different divisions we have selected, different districts, and it is a representation is there for entire Karnataka. Okay. There is in the report you can read justification for the selection. There is no time for me to explain.
Are the proceedings of this Gram Sabha not recorded or documented? Who asked questions on what and what was mentioned?
That benchmark survey we did that. It is there. We asked so many questions. Through questionnaires we collected data.
Not in the survey of the study. Generally, whatever Gram Sabha happens, present day, are they not documenting or recording?
They have to document. Proceedings book, they have to record. Minutes of the meeting.
Minutes of the meeting. So
Yeah.
that can be a secondary data source as well.
Yeah. In the benchmark we cross-check proceedings of the books. All those. You got my point? So every the different constraints we saw, there are questions on that, and we conducted the study. A situation. What is the situation at the panchayat level? Then, based on our benchmark survey, we saw that members and officials lack knowledge on planning, lack knowledge on governance, lack knowledge on revenue collection. We brought out in our benchmark survey report. So, the SIRD people, they took these points and they gave training on those aspects, issues for the officials and members of the Gram Panchayat. Okay? That means their knowledge has increased. They should be in a position to prepare good plans. They should be in a position to, there should be a, what can I say, awareness creation among the people to participate in the panchayat affairs, governance and planning. And there should be knowledge built on the tax powers of the panchayats and how to collect maximum revenue. That also they have given training on that also. And spending, about the spending on what? On basic amenities, that is, first one has to fulfill the basic needs of the people, is it not? Then we have to go for other infrastructure, providing infrastructure. What are the basic needs of the people in the villages? Drinking water, good sanitation, okay? Street lights in the night. So these are basic necessities of the people. So the panchayat has to fulfill these basic necessities, and then they have to go for providing other infrastructural or developmental programs. So these are all training has been given on all these aspects, and also in the training they were told to collect contributions from the people, donations from the people, but not forcefully. Please remember, in the training they told them, the panchayat officials, if people are willing, if charitable institutions are willing, you take donation, but don't make it compulsory. Don't ask people to pay compulsorily donation. If you are willing, you take. That also in the training they told them, and collect more revenue and provide good governance, good planning and good outcomes. This is based on our problems or findings of the benchmark survey. You got the point clear here? The relationship between benchmark survey findings and training modules, the topics included in the training, both same. In other words, build the knowledge. Once they get the knowledge, what would be the impact?
Training, so they would impart some training.
Good impact, is it not? Yeah, all these. So after training, each Gram Panchayat got 7.5 lakh free grant, no interference from any organization, our involved in this project. No, we left them free, you spend it. So they, after Grama Sabhas, discussion like that in the meetings, they choose these projects, these works for 7.5 lakh. Okay? This is donation, how much donation they collected. Some collected, some not collected. That means no compulsory here. Okay? What are the results from this? The cost of projects exceeded the untied grant given by Ford Foundation in 2 Gram Panchayats. 2 Gram Panchayat, they got 7.5 lakh each, but their expenditure, their project's expenditure was more than that. You see here, this. Not given, huh? Okay. Somewhere it is there. Okay. One is, it has exceeded 7.5 lakh, their expenditure. Not expenditure, their project cost shown in the plans more than the 7.5 lakh. Except 1 Gram Panchayat, all other Panchayat works were executed by contractors. In the training program, they were told not to entrust the works to the contractors. Gram Panchayat itself should implement the programs or schemes or projects. They were told in the training programs. But except 1 Gram Panchayat, in all 7 Gram Panchayat, works were executed by contractors. In Ulibele Gram Panchayat, they have taken up 9 projects. All 9 works were implemented by 1 member of the Gram Panchayat. Among 30 or 35 members, 1 Gram Panchayat member, he took the implementation of 9 projects. In other words, that member was a proxy contractor. Contractor come member or member come contractor. All but 1 Gram Panchayat constituted project monitoring committees to monitor the implementation of the projects or works. In the training program, they were told to constitute a small committee to oversee, to monitor, to review the works. Okay? Except in 2 Gram Panchayats, in other 6 Gram Panchayats, no monitoring committees constituted with the citizens and other NGOs like that, not constituted. In 2 Gram Panchayats, grounding of projects were delayed, not started on time. After releasing grant, they should start, but long delay was there in 2 Gram Panchayats. So this is the situation after 1 year. After 1 year of giving 7.5 lakh, out of 9, 4 completed, not completed, not completed, in 4 Gram Panchayats completed. Time given was 1 year. Within 1 year, they have to spend 7.5 lakh, they have to complete the projects, works. So these are all based on our impact study, final study. Okay? Impact of resource mobilization, no impact, no change, no increase in increase in revenue from taxes. What was there before training, benchmark study, same situation here also. Priorities, we told in the training to provide basic amenities, but they took other projects, infrastructural and contractual projects, where it involves contract. Whereas basic amenities, Gram Panchayat itself provides drinking water, they construct drainages, clean the streets and provide street lights. No contractors required. But in the construction oriented projects, contractors required. And in the training program, they were told, first you provide basic amenities, basic needs of the people. Then go for other projects. But here it is reverse. It is reverse. Utility of the projects. No efficiency, no cost effective, no efficiency in the spending, public expenditure here. And participation levels, no significant difference between benchmark situation before the project implementation and after project implementation with regards awareness of the people, awareness level of the people, participation level of the people, perceptions of the people, not much difference. Same. Traditional power structure. Dominant community members qualitatively dominate and control the panchayat. In other words, elite capture. In this situation, more benefits goes to the developed areas and relatively better off persons rather than backward areas and poor people. So those are all based on our final impact evaluation study. Conclusion is, it seems this action research has hardly impacted upon the parameters of local development to the expected extent, and if at all it has ever done so, the impact is only marginal, only small change, marginal change, based on our impact study, final study. This is the conclusion. What happens to our hypothesis? Proved right or wrong? Wrong. Okay, thank you. So, I think we should follow this, the methodology which we follow. We should follow in your studies, apply something, good things in your. One is one type of action research, 5 types. Under that classical design, it is called. As per this category, research and action are separate and independent. Simple. Action is separately carried out. Research will be separately carried out. There is no relationship. That is one category. That means somebody executes some action, some program, and after some time somebody will undertake research on that action, on that program. Okay? So they are separate. There was no understanding in the beginning between these two, actor and researcher, no understanding. So that is one type, one category. Maybe after action, after implementing some program, some government or some organization, some individual, again some individual organization, they may undertake a research on that, a study on that. So they are separate. Second, okay, and governments want to know its impact, impact of the programs, impact of the schemes, the way the programs were implemented, monitored and measured outcomes. Governments wanted to know its benefits to the individuals or society. Okay.